All right, so social magicians wanted to share with you a quick approach that can really elevate your mood. It can help you go from bad to better. It'll also help just really get you in a better place, especially when it comes to mindset. And Shannon, you remember, I don't know, I think I said this maybe a week ago, but I'm kind of dicing in some of the evening Zooms to kind of catch people. This is a Friday night, so I'll probably do it earlier in the week, but I'll do more of them in the morning and dash in some to catch the evening group for people that work in the evening. Work during the day. So this routine I learned from Abraham Hicks. And what it will do is elevate your mood. And y'all, once you elevate your mood, it's so much easier to be grateful and appreciative. And it's called the 17-second rule. Have you heard of that, Shannon?
No, I haven't.
Girl, it is powerful. Write it down. 17 seconds. 17-second rule. And that's all it takes, ladies. And I believe this because I have done this. Even on those funky days where you're like, okay, I barely got my coffee in. I got up out of bed. I was in a great mood. I meditated. I prayed. I did my gratitude statements. And I barely got to my coffee before I wanted to choke somebody, right? Well, even having an awful day, you don't have to trash the whole day. This routine is very simple, and it's actually kind of fun once you see it working. But the premise is that all you need is 17 seconds of pure thought to ignite your point of manifesting something, right? If you hold a pure thought for 17 seconds, then another similar like thought, because like attracts like, will catch it. And if you can think on that thought for another 17 seconds, now you got 34 seconds. And the whole point, the purpose behind this rule is to get you to think purely for 17 seconds and to have that desire become stronger every 17 seconds until you get up to 68 seconds. Now that's a minute. That's a little over a minute. But once you do it the first time, you're going to be just like the complaining, catching yourself on that. You will find how quickly our minds get so easily distracted. 17 seconds sounds really small, and it sounds like, okay, I can't believe that something that simple can be that powerful, but it is. But the challenge is to do it. The challenge really is to focus on one thing, because in this world, mainstream says that, hey, if you're a woman entrepreneur, you're supposed to be able to multitask. Multitasking is a lie. Do one thing and one thing well at a time. But we get on our computer, we open up 12 tabs. All the tabs are open, and then we think, oh, I was supposed to call somebody. So we jump from that, ooh, I got that email I got to respond to. So 17 seconds really is a challenge, but it is so worth it. So we're going to test it out right now, Shannon. All right, this is going to make you more happier, more grateful, and you can do it even in the midst of feeling bad. Now, you can't, okay, babe, you can't, when you're feeling crummy, like on that emotional scale, if you're feeling like angry, you got to move up that scale. I'm not telling you right now, just thinking a positive thought, oh, I am grateful. It doesn't go that way. You got to get from angry to morose to bored to contentment to grateful to love, and then on, right? So let's think of a thought. And this can be, it doesn't have to be anything hard. It can't even be anything that you desire. I would encourage you not to think about something you desire. One morning, I literally did this about the color purple, right? I was like, okay, I closed my eyes and I put my timer on for 17 seconds. And I said, okay, I'm going to think about the color purple. And do you know, when I left out that day, I counted like 5 vehicles that were purple. Okay, so think of something. You don't have to tell me what it is. Just think of something. It could be a blue feather. It could be a yellow bird. It could be anything. Okay, and I want you to think of it. And I'm going to put my timer on for 17 seconds. And I'll let you know, I'll count you down from 3, 2, 1. And I'll be doing the same thing. I'm going to think of something. And we're going to hold that thought for the first 17 seconds. And when the timer goes off, we'll stop. Deal?
Deal.
All right. 3, 2, 1. All right. All right. So how did that go?
Good.
It felt good. So did you feel yourself get distracted or no?
Nope.
Awesome. So you were able to maintain that thought for 17 seconds. Now, do you mind sharing me what that thought was? You can hold it to yourself.
Yep. I thought of a Thunderbird.
Of a Thunderbird. Okay. What color Thunderbird did you think about?
Pink.
Pink Thunderbird. Okay. When you're thinking about that pink Thunderbird for 17 seconds, did you get another thought?
I did.
Okay. Awesome. So we're going to do that. We can do the pink Thunderbird again. So I thought about a purple feather. I was like, I love purple. I love purple in every form, fashion that I see it. I love purple cars, purple crayons, purple M&Ms, purple feathers, and then my time was up. So we're going to do the 17 again. And this time we're going to do it for 34. And take note of other thoughts that introduce themselves during the time that you're thinking about the Thunderbird. I'm going to do 34. All right, you ready? 3, 2, 1. All righty. How did that go?
Good.
All right. So any new thoughts were being introduced?
Yep.
Okay. So the point that Abraham Hicks makes is that if we can maintain this for 68 seconds on any subject, as long as we continually purely think about that one subject, we can begin to raise our vibration. We get a little bit more happier. We increase our likelihood of manifesting something. So guess what? Between now and the next 48 hours, 36 hours, 72 hours, you're going to see a pink Thunderbird. You might have one out in your driving way now or whatever. But when you do, you got to tell me about it.
Okay.
So yeah, that was the activity for today. Did you have any questions? What's been your experience so far?
Well, I know like the one group that I'm in that, like you're saying something about manifesting money, and
Yes.
I never made the money, but I found money.
Yes.
I found some in my jacket. And then yesterday, I was like, because I owed my brother money, hey? So I was like, yeah, money? I was like, no, I don't. That happened. I was like, you know what? I'm going to check my wallet. You never know, hey?
Yeah.
I went into my wallet. I have another wallet in my wallet. So I looked in there. Yeah. I found $20.
Oh, my God!
So I gave it to him.
And you gave it away. That is so
It was all my money. I was like, here, take it.
That is amazing. That is awesome. That is awesome. Well, I'm glad you manifested that. Were you able to do every day?
Yeah.
Okay, good, good. Now, and you can always, that's lifetime access. If you want to do the boot camp again, you definitely can. Hi, Rebecca. Rebecca, I see her, but I don't hear her. Rebecca.
I'm here.
All right. How you doing, beautiful? How you doing? This is Shannon. Shannon, this is Rebecca.
Hi.
Hey, girl.
Well, Rebecca, we actually just finished up with the 17-second rule, but I'm going to see if Miss Shannon would be willing to share the activity with you and do it again with you. You open to that, Shannon?
I hope I remember. I just know the 17-second rule. Think of
Yeah.
a thought for 17 seconds. Whatever it is, can be anything. Right?
Yeah, that's it. Yeah.
What's up?
The premise is, and Abraham Hicks created this 17-second rule. And the premise is that you can literally bring things into your existence. You can manifest things if you can maintain a pure thought on something. You can focus on it without any distractions, without any introducing anything else. And sometimes that can be a challenge because we're so used to doing a whole bunch of things as mamas and business owners. We believe that it's a good thing that we multitask, but what it does is wrecks our focus, right? So before we leave, we can do it again with you. I'm gonna put it back on 17 seconds. And let's see, I had a timer on here, but yeah, let me share this. So, according to Abraham Hicks, the 17 seconds of pure thought is all you need, Rebecca, to ignite manifestation momentum. If you can hold a thought about anything, it could be the color purple, right? It could be ice cream, whatever it is. If you could just hold it for 17 seconds, what you do is set into motion that manifestation. So Shannon thought about a pink thunderbird. She's going to see a pink thunderbird soon. I thought about more purple things. I actually thought in particular a purple feather. All right. So, and the purpose behind the rule is to get you to think purely for 17 seconds. And what you'll find is that if you can do that for 17 seconds, another thought just like it, because like attracts like, will hop on and you'll get another similar thought. And if you can hold it for 17 seconds, then guess what? Another thought will catch on as well. And Shannon experienced that as well. But what it is designed to do is to help your desire become stronger and stronger until you reach 68 seconds. Just a little over a minute we can do to maintain that momentum. So let's give it a whirl, Rebecca. I want you to think of something. It could be pancakes. It doesn't matter.
I love pancakes.
Okay, it could be anything. And I'm going to put my timer on, and I'm going to think of something else because I'm going to manifest something else. 17 seconds on my clock. When the timer goes off, I'll tell you to stop, and then you can share with us if you like. You ready? I'm about to start. 3, 2, 1. All right. Yeah, doesn't take much. And the tendency is for us to believe or want to think that, oh gosh, this is silly. Surely I can't attract what I want in my life in 17 seconds. It's got to be much harder than that. But it's not. So, do you want to share with us what you thought about?
Polar bears?
Polar bears. Okay. So, you thought about polar bears.
I don't know why.
That's okay. As time was passing, did another thought introduce itself to you?
No.
Okay, so you were able to do 17 seconds on polar bear. All right, this time we're going to do 34 seconds. And I just want you to continue to think
something different or the same thought?
It could be something different, but let's try to stick with the polar bear.
All right. Okay.
Yes, we're gonna do it until we get up to 68 seconds. And Shannon, you want to do your T-bird or you want to do something else?
I'll do something else.
Okay, cool. I'm setting it for 34 seconds. 3, 2, 1. All right. How about that time, Rebecca? What did you experience that time?
I felt like I heard a puppy whining.
That was so
Does someone have a puppy?
Yeah, Shannon's got a puppy.
Okay. She's like, oh, that
poor dog.
dog.
Oh, but you know what? Even say you begin to meditate. I don't know how many of you meditate, but even when you're meditating, when you hear something, when you take your focus off the breathing, let that thing that just introduced itself be a signal, like an alarm, to focus on the breathing. So when you hear the dog, he's like, oh, focus on breathing. You know, we don't want to shut it out. We don't want to dismiss it or discount it. We want to use it, leverage it as the alarm, as the trigger to focus back on the breathing. All right. That has helped me with meditation. For this little blue squirrel to meditate 3 to 5 minutes, when I hear something that, you know, is on the outside, or David moving, or the boys doing something, I'm just like, oh, that's a signal for me to focus back on the breathing. All right.
I love that you say that you're blue squirrel and you meditate for 3 to 5 minutes, because I personally feel like if it's not like 20 minutes or more, that you're not doing it well.
Girl.
It's not good enough.
You have to build up. For those people that do it 20 and 30 minutes, they're pros. They've probably been doing yoga and meditation for years. I would think. But for me, honey, I do 3 to 5 minutes. The most I do is 15 minutes. And that's enough. That's enough. All right. So what happened during that time? It was a more challenge. You heard the dog. Did any other thoughts introduce themselves when you were thinking about the polar bear?
The dog, and then just get focused back on the polar bear. The dog, and get focused back on the polar bear.
Okay, so it may help that because you can talk to yourself in your thinking. You know, like I was telling, you know, Shannon during the first one, I was like, I love the purple. So of course I'm going to love everything that's purple. I love purple cars. I love purple M&Ms. I love purple clothes. I love purple shoes. I especially love purple feathers. Purple feathers are light. Purple feathers are beautiful. They're used to, you know, write.
Girl, turn me up some purple polar bears.
Right. So yeah, talk to yourself to keep you focused on the polar bear. Okay. All right. Now we're going to do 68 seconds, ladies. You can keep on with the same thought, or you can do something else. I'm going to keep my same. I actually switched to ice cream on the second one.
Oh.
I'm going to stick with ice cream. All righty. So 68 seconds will be 1 minute and 8 seconds. All right. Y'all ready?
Yep.
Right.
All right. 3, 2, 1. All right. How was that, ladies?
Good.
Okay. Was it better that time around, Rebecca?
That felt so long. But I did what you said. It felt so long. But I did what you said. I'm like, I found my thoughts wandering. I'm like, oh, polar bears on ice, polar bears with babies, polar bears in the snow, polar bears
Yes. Yeah.
So
yeah, go ahead. Yeah, it can be a challenge if we're not used to directing that energy.
Yes.
And that's what y'all having that stable mind will do. Because if you can steal your mind, you can handle a lot of shit that comes in our way to us. You know what I'm saying? If we could just quiet the mind, we can do the work.
Yeah.
And then sometimes, when we're having tough days, even if it's just focusing on a word, mindfulness or business or approved, but yeah.
It's funny.
Yes, go ahead.
Because I find myself, I know that I'm learning the skills, but I find myself running away from implementing it.
Yes. Oh my gosh, I'm glad you said that, because I was going to mention that in one of the trainings about gratitude. Because we're not used to doing it, your conscious mind is going to fight you tooth and nail on sticking with these gratitude things.
Yeah.
And it's only because the conscious mind does not want to change. It wants to stay comfortable. It wants to stay in the same place. And it wants you to stay with it. And that's really the only difference between the successful and the unsuccessful. None of us like doing this stuff. But the successful,
Amen.
No, you know what I'm saying? Who wants to reach out to people all day? I want to sit and watch Netflix and eat ice cream and look for purple feathers. But the day will come when we can do more of that. The balance right now is balanced like this. You're doing a whole lot of work for a little pay or a little this. And after a while, if we're consistent, just doing the little things, it'll balance out. And then we'll be getting paid for all of the little seeds that we planted 2 years ago.
Yeah.
So there's the rub. Just doing it when we don't feel like doing it. And the gratitude one is hard. I think I did mention how when I first started, I was like, this is for the birds. I mean, I agree with the stuff. I love this book. Yep. I agree with you, Rhonda. But girl, you finna make me sit down and write 10 things?
That takes time.
Girl, it takes time. And there's a Zen proverb that says, if you can't meditate, oh my gosh, I gotta find that. Hold on one second. What about you? Has it been hard for you to go through the activities, Shannon, too?
Not really.
Okay. Okay. Love this. Oh, I love this. Is an old Zen Buddhist proverb that says, you should sit in meditation for 20 minutes a day unless you're too busy. In that case, you should meditate for an hour. Isn't that profound?
Yes.
If we're too busy to give and pour into ourselves, we need to practice it even more. So the little things that we don't, this is the 80%. This makes up our lives. It's the other stuff that are time wasters. I don't consider them time wasters, but they're only 20% of what we do. 80% we've got to devote to our mindset, our relationship with ourselves.
Yeah.
We just got to do it. And after a while, we'll find so much enjoyment in the 20%, the things that we have to do. But it has to start somewhere. And it starts with gratitude. I'm grateful for the fact that I have a washing machine that's working. Yes, I got to do the laundry or watch my husband do it.
You go, girl.
Yeah. Somebody got to supervise. But I'm grateful that I have a husband. We can break things all the way down. For example, the day that we were doing the census, and she was like, even if you just have to talk about the census, I came up with 4 things that I was appreciative of just for my eyesight. It allows me to read.
Yeah.
It allows me to look at my babies. I can take in nature with my eyes. I can roll them at somebody. I mean, how could you do that if you didn't have eyes?
Yeah.
So, I mean, sometimes we think we've got to come up with these huge, amazing things. And she gives us tons of examples of how to be, grateful just for the little things. I'm grateful for Post-it notes. Whoever the hell came up with these. They're just genius. Yo. And the idea is the more we come into gratitude, the more we'll get ideas too.
Yep.
We'll get ideas to how to make income. I'm grateful for notepads, blue colored ink pens. I'm grateful for my communities, my ladies who think like I do. Mm-hmm. This time last year, I didn't have friends like this. I had team members. Mm-hmm. So, yeah, your mind is not going to want to go through with it.
Well, thank you for helping lead the way for us. We're so appreciative.
Absolutely. Mm-hmm. Well, honeys, I didn't want this to be much longer. I think what time it is? It is 31 minutes. I said this was going to be 30. So, y'all have any questions about the experience or anything before we jump off?
Thanks for letting me come on late. I appreciate it.
Sure. Absolutely, honey. Absolutely. Anything, Shannon? Rebecca?
It totally slipped my mind.
Okay, we'll give you a second. We'll give you 17 seconds. I'm just joking. Oh, and the other thing I'll share, as you're thinking about that, maybe something I'll say would trigger what that thought was. So, this also especially works when you're feeling bad. Okay? So say you got a thought. You thought of something, and that's the only reason you're feeling bad because you got a thought. Mm-hmm. You got 17 seconds to shut it down. Feel bad. Throw your little self-pity party, RSVP one person. And then in 17 seconds, because it works for the bad thoughts too. And that's why we get into these moods. We can fester on something, and then, oh my gosh, then one thing after another, one complaint after another, one bad thing after another, one idea and one emotion. It just keeps going, and then we get all worked up. Well, it's because we took that first 17 seconds to entertain that negative thought. And then the next 17, it just went on itself. Mamas, we do it with our kids. Right? We send them someplace where we're not there with them. Mm-hmm. Lord, how is it? I do send them with their aunt, but she doesn't even have kids. Is she gonna know what to do? Oh, and what if they get hurt? Right? Mm-hmm. You see how we do that? Yeah. Oh my gosh, somebody told me no. I'm not gonna ever have anybody sign up with me. And what if I don't have anybody sign up? I ain't gonna be able to rank advance. And my husband already told me this is my business. He wasn't gonna help me now. I'm just right? So that train just keeps going. You got 17 seconds to abandon, what did they say? Abort.
Abort the mission.
Abort the mission. Just tell your children, look, I'm about to tell you something you're not going to like, and I'm going to do it in 16 seconds. All right?
And then shift.
Girl, you got to shift. You got to shift. As long as you do it 17 seconds or less, there's no momentum. There's no momentum. Yeah. But sometimes we like feeding that emotion.
That's
because
it's so true.
Feel good. Crazy. Yeah, it's crazy, but it feels good for us. We getting some payoff from it.
Yeah, we get to rant.
We get to vent.
It doesn't help us.
It doesn't help, girl. It does not help. It just makes us feel even worse. Did you come up with it, Shannon? Did you remember what it was?
I did.
Okay.
So I was just thinking about that when you were mentioning that we like the emotions we get.
Yes.
Like ever since I started like Fallon and you, like
yes.
I rarely, like I'm working on my mindset now.
Yes.
And it is really, really helping because I used to always get like anger all the time. So now when I'm feeling down, especially like sad or mad or any emotion, I just go on Facebook and I go look for like whoever's there. I'll be like, oh, hey, beautiful. I compliment on people and I instantly feel real good.
I'm telling you, it works like a charm. Yep. It works like a charm. And if you know that works for you, then that would be my go-to. That would be my default. There were 11 that I gave yesterday, but if that's the one that's working for you, Shannon, I would wear it out.
Yep.
It would have no treads on it. Just that T-Bird would just be treadless. Tires. Run it down. And for me, it's music or playing Words with Friends. You know,
that's fun.
Yes. I'm gonna step away. I'm gonna step away from this. I'm just not gonna think about it. I'm not going to. Oh my gosh, this is another activity I'll do another day. But it's called the Swiss cheese approach. And I have to remember to put that down to redo it. I will. Okay. But the Swiss cheese approach goes like this. Say you got a piece of paper and you put just like a Swiss cheese, different circles. And the things that you just know you got to do that day, put them in a circle. And for each one of those circles, which means you might need a notebook, take one activity. What if one of the activities that we just hate doing are the bills? Okay, writing the bills. So we're going to take another sheet of paper and we're going to say writing the bills. Another Swiss cheese hole is putting them in a stack. Another one is getting my blue ink pen, right? Getting the checkbook. And when we do that, ladies, we feed ourselves these little pieces of success. And so the things that we don't want to do, don't try to, what's the word? I just went dark. Why did that happen? The light is gone. Do I look dark to y'all?
A little bit.
Yeah, the lighting in my thing just went straight out. So don't try to do it all. Break it down. This is just an approach, right? Okay, now it's getting lighter. That's crazy. All right, so
that's better.
Yeah, just stack the mail up. Open the mail. Put them in 2 stacks. Medical bills, utilities. And see if that won't make things a whole lot better. Because life will get you down if you let it. But I used to have anger issues too, Shannon. Girl. Oh. I think Shannon is frozen, and I also see her over there. So, another thing. I don't know, it's shutting down. So, ladies, though, I'm going to close this because I didn't want it to last more than 30 minutes, and it has. Thank you again so much for tuning in. I'll do that Swiss cheese strategy another day. And with that, you know I love you to life. See you in the group.
Thank you. Good night.